Figured it might be helpful to create this video with the emphasis on Google Ads budget being explained in a way that people can understand, because sometimes it can be a bit confusing, and navigating how it all works can make running campaigns a little bit complex. So when you're running ads on Google, we have a campaign selected over here on the left hand side. And so you can see up at the top, it's showing that the campaign is enabled. It's showing the daily budget. And if we hover over that, it'll even show the monthly budget. Basically, in a month, it's not going to spend, well, in a given month, it actually knows how many days are in the month, I think. So in March, it's saying it won't spend more than $2,280 on our campaign. So essentially what's happening is Google is taking our daily ad spend budget and multiplying it by 30.4, which is the average number of days in a month, I guess is what they say. So that's how they do their calculations. So if you spent $10 a day, if that's what you set here instead of $75, if you set it at $10, then it wouldn't spend more than like $304 a month. However, it can spend up to 2 times your average daily budget in one day. So what that means is, with a budget set at $75, you can see there are some days here where the cost here is in green, and it's the bottom number. So you can see on Tuesday, February 28th, the campaign spent $146, which is just under 2 times, because 2 times 75 would be $150. So it spent just below $150. This day it spent $114. This day $96. And then there are some days where it's only spending $35 out of $75, or $32 out of $75, or $46. And that's because Google Ads is based on demand. So when somebody goes and does a search, that's the only time your ads can show up. So like in this example, there's not a lot of leads that, or even searches that are conducted on the weekends. So you can see Saturday and Sunday pretty low. Thursday, again, Sunday pretty low. Saturday, Sunday pretty low. And then usually like Tuesdays, like more towards the beginning or middle of the week, sometimes even the end of the week, it'll spend a lot more. So a lot of this has to do with when people are actively going to Google and searching for whatever it is you're trying to advertise. And you can't really control that to much of a degree, which is one thing about Google Ads that we find a lot of our clients are unaware of. You know, they think when they go to run Google Ads that it's just going to be consistent every single day. They'll get like 5 leads or whatever, right? And maybe that's been their experience on other platforms. Like Facebook is a platform that can be more consistent, but anytime you're running ads online, typically there's going to be peaks and valleys anyways. But one thing unique about Google Ads is there's peaks and valleys in your ad spend, as well as the actual leads that you have coming through. And they tend to fluctuate together. So you can see as the ad spend is coming up here, the conversions are going up. And then as the ad spend comes down, usually the conversions drop as well. So there's all sorts of different stuff going on here, calculating what's happening, when things are happening. And Google's really just taking your daily ad spend budget and figuring out, okay, based on the daily ad spend budget, that means we've got $2,280 per month to spend. But in a given day, we can't go above $150. So let's figure out, based on our artificial intelligence, machine learning algorithms, what's going to be the absolute best way to spend this $2,200 such that we get the highest number of actions out on the other side, which in this case is conversions. Sometimes it'll be purchases, it'll be different. Sometimes it'll be app downloads. But that's basically what's happening with the budget here is Google's taking our daily ad spend budget that we give it. So if we say it's $10 a day, then it wouldn't spend more than $20 in any given day. but it's going to try not to spend more than $304 in the span of a whole month. But because of that, there might be some days where it gets $20 in ad spend. And so that uses up the budget for that day and the next day. So then the ads don't really run much the next day, and maybe not even much the next day after that. And so that's why you get these spikes and dips, and it's pretty consistent usually until you start spending, considerable amounts on your ads, like $5,000, $10,000 a month. You can see this campaign is only running about $2,100 a month, and so it's still got quite a lot of these peaks and valleys. But no matter what you do with your ad spend, usually you're still going to have kind of peaks and dips. It will usually even out. It's kind of like the law of large numbers, right? The more you run an experiment, the more you'll get, or the closer you'll get to the average. And so if you're running a lot of ad spend and clicks through your campaigns every single day, say your ad spend budget is $200 a day, then things might look a little less spiky and dippy than what we're seeing here. But the other thing I will say about the ad spend budget is it plays a big role in the performance of your campaigns. So if we're seeing great performance on this campaign, so we're getting a $28 cost per lead, we've got 75 conversions. The value of those 75 conversions is roughly $24,000 worth of leads, revenue that we're generating. So that's a pretty good return on investment. So we probably could look at maybe increasing the budget by, say, 20%, see how that goes. So maybe add $10, $20 a day to the ad spend budget. And the way I like to do it is to change the budget, wait a little while, like maybe 2-3 weeks, and just make sure that the cost per conversion doesn't start to go way up. Because if your cost per conversion starts to go up when you're increasing your ad spend budget, then you're not going to get any more conversions. You'll just be spending more money on your ads. So part of why that might be happening is there aren't enough searches that you're targeting. So say there's 2,000 searches a month for the different keywords you're targeting in your ads. And so you can only show up a certain number of times for those limited number of searches. And once you're showing up already for all those searches, the only thing you can do is pay more to show up higher in the search results and try to get more clicks, because Google Ads is an auction, right? And so the more you're willing to bid, the more clicks you're going to be able to get. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to still maintain the same cost per conversion. And that's really what we're doing when we're trying to optimize the budget here, is make sure if we're increasing the budget that it's not causing the cost per conversion to go through the roof, because then we're just wasting money, right? So that's sort of Google Ads budget explained from a 500-foot view. If there's anything you did have questions about, any particulars or anything, don't hesitate to reach out. You can just drop your questions in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get back to them there. Look, if you're the type of person that just doesn't even want to deal with Google Ads anymore, then you can always reach out to me. My company is Missoula SEO Geek. I'll leave a link to my website down below, but we do manage Google Ads for different companies and different industries, and you can come learn about what we do, what makes us unique. You can even read some of the testimonials from some businesses that we've taken from 0 to over $1 million in revenue, like this one here, and really just see that, this is the type of thing that's going to explode your business growth. So feel free to reach out. You can always give us a call or contact us through our website, and look forward to working with you.